Hello everyone, we're back with Everlasting Summer. This is gonna be part 79, I believe. You know, we're doing the DLC, as some people like to call it. When we last left off, I don't even remember what happened. Also, after I finished this, wait, hold on, I started off the wrong side. I finished recording Umi Neko today, and after I finish this, I don't know what I'm going to record. Like, should I just go back to doing stuff like Minecraft, like League of Legends, you know? Maybe move on to some indie games, like Faster Than Light, Binding of Isaac. I don't know. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Kazumi Neko, it kind of didn't do very, it failed. All but one of them only has, well, all but two of them have 0 views. So, you know, that's not the best, if you get what I mean. Yeah. So, here we are. I woke up covered in sweat, my heart beating like mad. I forget where we are. The rising sun was unbearably hot, though it is no later than 6 or 7 a.m. by the looks of it. What happened to me? The sinister pioneer? What was that? Maybe it was a dream, a hallucination? Right now I'm ready to believe that. And anything wait, am I Samyan? Someone is slowly walking towards me across the square. Stared and recognized the camp leader. So you're at it again? She said, leaning over me. That made me get up from the bench and made a step back. And here I thought yesterday was a misunderstanding. And I'm just speechless to do something like that to a girl. I have done nothing wrong. Okay, yes I did. What is she even talking about? What girl? What does she need from me? You know, the policy. At least the camp leader looked like usual. That calmed me down a little. So, answer me. You think you'll get away with it this time? I'll call the police. I'll even take it to the security of the All-Union Custom Mall organization. I don't know what that is. She was puffing so much that she even went red and started to pant. In my camp, a general, this behavior from the camp leader didn't surprise me one bit. But I felt uneasy because my mind was still returning to the events of the past night, leaving a depressing, painful feeling close to embarrassment about something done while in a drunken haze. The strangest thing was that I didn't care about the camp leader shouting aloud a mere meter away from me. Shut up already, okay? Shouted like there's a fire. What do you know about problems? You think you've got a problem here? Oh, uh-oh, a pioneer almost raped. What a disaster. I grit my teeth and cast a menacing look at the camp leader that sent a flicker of fear across her face. Oh. She looks like she's about to say, kawaii desu. How about I tell you about real problems? Not those in your little imaginary world. Though, does that go to the, I think that, that, I don't think I can say that, I have like 10 pages in about, you're just a waste of time. On the other hand, I always have more than enough at that time. Frightful thought suddenly flashed in my head. What if everything will always be like this now? What if I lose control over the world forever? Any pioneer girl would just spit in my face at will and the camp leader would get to lecture me like electronic? But that's worse than death! Anyways, I gotta go. Pulling at the camp leader, he still hadn't recovered from shock and went wherever my legs would carry me. But really, what is death for me personally? It seems like I've long since ceased to understand the very concept of the idea. Because if I can't disappear, if I'm destined to live through the very same week in this camp time and time again, then maybe death is losing myself, losing my power over the world, having uncertainty ahead. But that's even worse than the fate of any regular human. Your life is a game with an unhappy ending and no ability to save your progress. My life is a game with no ending, with the ability to save. What would they call such a life? If only I could remember how it is to be a regular man. They would probably call this hell. This particular cycle, where even the soulless dolls humiliate me, is its last cycle. I was ready to lose my mind, if only I could. All the thoughts I had diligently driving away from myself suddenly surged with a new strength, returning long-forgotten feelings. And who turned out to be right in the end? I was always convincing myself that I am right, not them, because I'm alive and they disappeared while chasing empty illusions. But they disappeared, and I stayed. And who got the better part of it in the end? What's with my name? Already familiar Snickers sound in there, but it's looks like you're understood of something today. I know who you are. My voice sounded calm, but the heart was beating madly, like never before. Oh really? It's interesting to hear. You're the same as me, a pioneer, but from another cycle. But didn't you always think that the others were no more after Samyan? drove off the bus that time? Is he talking about the Yulia ending? You thought that you were alone now in these endless camps. I could be wrong. As hard as it was for me to admit it, that possibility existed. You wrong? Why, that cannot be. Whatever. What do you need? Did you just come to mock me for what I've been doing before? You're saying that as if you feel guilty. I don't feel guilty. Anyways, that's none of your business. Just answer the question. Well, maybe you're right. Pioneer thought for a moment. Though it's a sin to laugh at the miserable. I suddenly felt a distinct desire to punch that disgusting smile off his face. After all, am I a trembling creature, or do I have the right? Who allowed him to impose his ways in my world? Get lost! I shouted, I jumped up, and swung my fist at him as hard as I could, but my hand just flew through a haze that disappeared in the air and lost my balance, painfully falling to the ground. Uh-oh. When the pain abated, a bit I felt as though someone was standing nearby. And deep in the bushes was peeping a sassy little pioneer girl. You got what you deserve. No! I'll beat you. They forgot to translate this. They forgot. Guess you're not as brave with your peers. Oh, you. Oh, it's so unexpected that I even forgot what I wanted to say. Doesn't it surprise you at all that a man just dissolved in thin air in front of you? Well, things happen. Maybe it's some trick. Some trick! Doesn't matter anyways. You got what you had coming. Not wanting to put up with his insults any longer, I abruptly jumped up and rushed at her. But the girl was skillfully running through the trees, while I had spent precious seconds dodging the branches that slashed at my face. Hillocks sticking out, as well as invisible goalies. I don't know what that is. Earning a couple bumps and scratching my hands bloody, I finally cut out. Oh! Bah! Bah! You know, it's time! What? Not so fast after all, are you? That's not as easy as running from some half-wits. Let me go! Get off! The pioneer girl is crying. Ha! Gotcha! Oh, did I kill her? Suddenly I felt a strong blow to my back. Everything swam before my eyes. The ground came at me with tremendous speed. So you're in the shoulder to it? No! Hey, Alyssa, come on. You don't gotta do it. That's him. Get him. Slav, yeah. I'm assuming that, you know, the color of the name. A blow to the belly. I instinctively cover my head with my arms. Not so cool now, are you? Right, is that Miku? Oh man, even Miku's beating me up. Another hit. By that point I started to lose consciousness, but gathering the last bits of strength, placed myself under my elbows, and rolled several meters to the side. Blood was flowing into my eyes, turning the crowd of pioneers beating me up into a continuous red haze. This is, of course, not the best educational method. Quite an effective one, I think. Oh, I don't think I'm allowed to say that. Well, who knows where they can't see this voice. What are you doing? Enough. Did you read Don Quixote? Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Sunday was sitting near me, barely swinging her feet. Yeah, but I hardly remember what it was about by now. Windmills. All of your stories are like fights with windmills. What mills, please? And even if there's no mill, you'll surely build one, because you just have to fight something. You're saying that as if I'm some kind of masochist, aren't you? She smiled slightly. Xenia, what would I do without her? Haha, yeah, what would I do without her? Sometimes I thought that everything that's happening with me in this camp wasn't that bad, as if this reward was waiting for me at the end. I pulled her to myself and kissed her. What are you? What if someone sees? Xenia blushed and resisted. But, boy, for sure, for show, if anything. Doesn't concern me often. No, but, anyways, where was I? The windmills? Yes. I mean, no. I'm not that you still can't settle down. Like if you're doing that bus that time with, like, all the normal people. Looking at you. As if you'd been meeting me before. Always Slavia with Lena. Lena, she griped. See, that means I've done anything right. Alpha male with a hair on my foot. Let's stop talking about the past. We've got a whole life ahead of us. So, I'm assuming he had the chance to escape, but he didn't because Xenia. Hey, you alive? Cold water splashed onto my face and with difficulty I managed to open my bunged up eye. Over me was leaning a pioneer. You again? What, they didn't finish me off and decided to help? Well, go ahead then. Get on with it. Somewhere deep inside, I was even happy for such a turn of events. Finally, this broken, vicious circle would be torn apart. No, you don't understand. I'm not him. Who are you then? I don't care already. It would be nice to die now, end this loop and go on to a new one. Yes, never before did I want so hard for the endless cycles of my life to continue. The only important thing is for them to obey the long-established rules. Don't you understand? So, am I just imagining this? Because it's the same color of text that Zenny has. The Pioneer said with English. No, I don't play these games anymore. Really, did they decide to place me in the shoes of that idiot? Is it talking about me? Is this some kind of game when I'm a green noob for them? Not on my server. Is that a WoW reference? I've never actually played WoW. Anyways, I don't care. I tried to get up, but the pain made me moan and lean against the nearby trunk. Although if I have to spend 5.5 more days in this loop, I will obviously make certain compromises. Okay, I don't care who you are or why you are here, but if you really want to help, I won't refuse. If he really is the one who wants to look like... If he really is the one he wants to look like, then I could expect him to help. Yes, of course. Bring me something to drink, then. Pioneer quickly jumped up and disappeared behind the trees. Did he run to the canteen? The time was dragging treacherously slow. I lost the phone, either during the fight or before that, so I couldn't tell how much time had passed since the moment the Pioneer ran for the water. But in any case, he should have been back already. My injuries were hoarding unbearably. It seemed like I started to get a fever. Could that be an infection? I could simply die! They could have at least beaten me to death, you know? But no, I have to lie here and wait for the end in agony. Just you wait. Next time I'll show you all! The fear of death ceased to exist for me, simply because one can only fear something that scares them. You know, just between me and you guys, I kind of want him to kill everyone, you know? You know what? You know, revenge, you know, beating me up, that wasn't cool. Well, I mean, I guess, you know, with the thing with Alyssa, no. In my case, that would be a salvation. Though I could hardly believe that. More likely the next time, everything will repeat itself, which means I'll have to struggle, have to fight for myself, for my life. Same as the first times. To do everything, to not become a whiner and a snot-nose like that one. Barely managing to get up on my feet, I stumbled towards the camp. It was getting dark. I should probably have asked the Pioneer what happened after I lost consciousness during the beating at the square. Maybe they're looking for me? Or they think I'm already dead? In any case, I should be careful. Right now, the various skills obtained during the time spent in all these endless loops will be useful. But a one-handed, one-legged cripple hardly makes a good fighter. At first glance, the square looked empty. No pioneers, no birds, none of the squirrels that plentifully inhabited the forest around the camp. And the air was ringing with a dangerous silence like a lullaby full of fight. Or a minefield bypassed by both people and beasts. Take a step, and you'll be blown to pieces. If only it was really so easy. But I can't stand and wait. I have to get to the infirmary, wash and bandage my wounds, drink a painkiller, and antibiotics. The first steps through the square were difficult to take, more because of the oppressive tension than my battle wounds. I somehow dragged myself to the end of it, walked along the narrow pathway, reached the infirmary, and had already started to mess with the lock when I suddenly heard a familiar rustle in the bushes nearby. Suddenly, this is not a beast or a bird, that's a human! Though I understood well that the rampaging pioneers won't hide themselves. They act openly now. I don't know who's hiding there, but you better get out, or else. Or else what? In this condition, I could hardly even pose more of a threat than that arrogant little girl. It's just me. Oi! The shy pioneer almost whispered, coming out of her cover. Hey, Lena! Oh, it's you? You know, I'm not for sure if Lena is best girl or worst girl. Because... that's sarcastically alone. Where are the others? Though yes, you alone will be sufficient. No, I can't go if I'm disturbing you. Stay. Things can't get any worse anyway. I was finally messing with the lock. Of course, it wasn't hard for me to pick it with even a toothpick or a match. But for that, I needed healthy fingers. Oh yeah, does she hate Alyssa? Like, I don't really know, but her and Alyssa are friends, but they hate I don't know. Well, mine were all covered with hematomas and bruises. They're every second joint dislocated. The most complicated action I am capable of now is holding a pioneer flag and idly swinging it over my head. A dumb pastime on its own, but the local pioneers can make me do worse. Maybe I can help? How, with moral support? I've got a... She stopped mid-sentence and held out a bunch of keys to me. How? Yes, I did expect something like that, but wasn't really surprised. I had other things in my mind. I took them from Slavia. Just like that? You want me to tell me she gave them to you without even asking why you needed them? Well, I said I don't feel well and didn't want to bother her, so I could go to the infirmary by myself. Yeah, great pretext. Stylist archness, architect, and pretense. They said that behind every strong man stands a strong woman. I remember that about the second part of Cosmos that the Pioneer gifted to me. It's pack, not part. The cigarettes turned out to be considerably crumpled, but I still managed to find the couple Vintex ones. Okay, the keys will be really useful. That was smart of you. Thank you. The girl smiled almost unnoticeably. What if she really isn't hiding a knife behind her back? I think she is. Where are those thoughts even coming from, though? Presumption of innocence had never worked in this world so far, and especially now deeming everyone around to be hostile a priori would be the most correct thing to do. I carefully looked the girl up and down. What, is something wrong with me? I just don't even know. You better tell me. Is everything right with you or not? I don't understand you. The Pioneer girl was clearly embarrassed and upset. Oh, well, while she's at least pretending to be good, I should use it. It'll be hard to bandage all my wounds by myself with unbending arms. Don't mind it, if you really want to help. The infirmary is brightly illuminated by the fluorescent lamps hanging from the ceiling. The sun's nice. With some difficulty, I clambered onto the couch and tried to take my shirt off. Let me help. Okay, go on. On the right side and the left side around my belly were terrible looking patches of bruises. I must have broken several ribs, but maybe it's the other way around and only a few of them remain unbroken. Every movement echoed with pain inside. Can't you be more careful? Sorry. The Pioneer started to undress me, zealously even. Finally, I was left with only my shorts. Wait, we have to wipe the wounds with iodine. Disinfect them. Yeah, sure. So I would look like a brounder? No thanks. Let's do it with hydrogen peroxide. It's in the desk drawer. Pioneer didn't argue. Though hydrogen peroxide or iodine, it still stays the same. I had to make an inhumane effort to not shout out loud. Does it hurt? What do you think? I hissed through my clenched teeth, and the Pioneer started to bandage me. Every time she would grab the bandage on the other side, she was almost pressing herself against me. Here, Lena said with a feeling of duty well done. She's overreacting. That thought flashed in my head. Oh, yes, that's better. I thought I really felt better. Rather, I was just more certain that I'll be almost healed no later than tomorrow. Well, that'll be tomorrow. I'll try to get up to walk to the drug counter, but my head suddenly started spinning and I had to sit on the couch again. Get me Analogen, and then, well, is that a thing? I don't know medicine. Analogen. Is a medicine available in a number of countries world that doesn't help. Just like I can't even swallow pills, so you know I know nothing about medicine really. I know you put bandage on wound gets better. Did I really forget the contents of the local medicine chest? I raised a hand to my forehead. It was not something for the tinnitus. I don't know. It's written there in the instructions. The girl busted about and soon returned with a pile of multicolored pills. What's that? Like you asked. I was taking a risk, of course, but I clearly couldn't get any worse, and wanted to wash it down. I swallowed the pills and barely managed to stretch myself out on the couch. Pioneer girl sat on the chair nearby and started to look at me patiently. She looks mad! What does she need after all? The suspense was tiring. I just wanted to sleep, to drift off and forget about the mad world for at least some time. Better yet, wake up in another one. Let the man with faith me and think me off. Or the Shy Girl. How long are you planning on sitting here? If I'm disturbing you, I can leave. No, you're not. Suddenly in my head appeared a wild but not senseless idea. You can even help. The girl gave me an inquiring look. Take that jar, see? I barely raised her hand and pointed at the needed medicine. Now draw a full syringe from it. Oh, hey, Zenya! You mean you're serious about this? Zenya's face was burning and her voice sounded not even surprised. Scared. Quiet. No, you must really be out of your mind. What's the big deal? Even if the worst case, the new loop is in a couple of days, no one will even remember about it. Well, that's enough already. So your answer is no? My answer is stop bullying me. She tried to get up, but I firmly caught her by the hand. Hey! Instead of trying to break free, Zenya laughed and pressed herself against me. Are you really not joking? What if we do get out here after all? You haven't talked about that for a while. I haven't, but I am now. If in the real world you expect to just forget and pretend you haven't said anything now, then... No, both here and in the real world, my words are sincere. Even so, it's just hard to believe, so suddenly. What's sudden about it? How long have we known each other? I have long since lost count of the loops. Still counting, though. Zenya said quietly and hugged me even tighter. So what I'm assuming is Zenya got out of the loop somehow? I don't know if it was intentional or not. And so the Zenny that replaced her is just, in the same kind of person as, everyone else in the camp. They're not really real, but the girl obediently filled the syringe with the colorless transparent liquid and handed it to me. No, when did you ever see a patient giving himself injections? But I don't know how to. There's nothing difficult about it. It's just that for me in this world, there's still one and only taboo: suicide. I was ready and even wanted to die at the hands of mad pioneers or a lethal injection, but ending my own life. Oh, is this like a lethal thing? For some reason, it seemed that I shouldn't. I couldn't even explain why. I never tried to check. Maybe it was all because of the fear of uncertainty that had possessed me in the past 24 hours. Maybe it's all much simpler, and the reason is a simple self-preservation instinct. Regarding this, I was sure that if I am killed by someone, I will immediately wake up in a new loop, and ready for everything now. The only problem was the fact that this girl clearly wasn't going to help me with my voluntarily quietus? No, what if I do something wrong? It's better to go call the nurse. I'll go. I'll be back soon. The nurse was the last thing policy needed here right now. Wait. I really raised myself up on an elbow and grabbed her by the hand. Don't you worry. I've done it hundreds of times and I'll teach you. There's nothing difficult about it. The girl wavered. First, take the tourniquet. Wait, what? Why would you need a tourniquet? It's used when taking blood. Okay, don't take the tourniquet. The pioneer girl laid the tourniquet. Wait, did she say that? No, I said that. She laid it on the table. I moved my left hand to the side to make it more convenient for her. Maybe we shouldn't after all? I won't even feel anything. Her hands are shaking, the needle jumping left and right. If she misses the vein, it won't be pretty. Ethyshunia, through the drugs from a Soviet metal kit, is a I don't even know half of these words. Pleasure is the days. Don't look at me like that, the girl suddenly said. I'm looking at you. How? Don't get distracted. I can't do it like this. Oh, here we go. I made a helpless sign and jerked my hand away from her. Okay, forget it. I'll just sleep and be alright tomorrow. Don't forget to turn out the lights off and close the door when you leave. The girl obediently headed towards the exit, but froze halfway. Are you really in a lot of pain? I really am. What does it matter now? I'll just endure it. I could do it. Only if you close your eyes. So if I close them, what will change? It'll be easier for me. Like you're sleeping. Her eyes smiled. Okay, I'll close them. She's gonna stab me! Doesn't seem to be anything serious. The girl walked up to me and took the syringe. So? Yes. Closed my eyes at the same second a thought flashed through my brain. Why am I even trusting her so blindly? Just half an hour ago, when I was standing on the porch, I was thinking very differently. Something pressed me up to the couch with a strength that made me unable to move my arms or legs. I knew it! The pioneer girl! No! Ah! Ah! I'll see you guys next time. We have to deal with crazy Lena. No! See you guys. Bye.